everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about today, and I have mentioned this in other Wellness Wednesdays, but I think it's worth mentioning again. Last year, okay, I can't believe I'm saying last year already. Where is the time going? Last year, I like to set goals for myself, New Year's resolutions, January, not everyone, but most people like to set some kind of resolution or goal. Last year, I set a few goals, but one of them was to expand my social circle, okay? And I did that. I was very successful at that. I didn't know how to do that. And I think a lot of people can understand this. As you get older, it's really hard to make friends. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because we all tolerate things differently, or we're all just tired. I don't know what it is. But it's really hard to make friends. I have an 8-year-old daughter. We go to playgrounds all the time, and I watch her and I watch other kids, and it's so easy for them. My daughter is very social. She's always been social. She talks to everyone and anyone, and she will just go up to anyone. Hi, want to be friends? Okay. And immediately they go off and they're playing together, and they play together for hours. And she'll come over and say, Mom, this is my new friend. And we'll be leaving the playground and she'll be talking about, oh, I met so many friends. I have so many friends. And I'll say, what was your friend's name? Oh, I didn't ask. Or I don't remember. It's so easy. Could you imagine us as adults being at the grocery store? Let's say you're at the grocery store and you're looking at salad dressing, and there's another person beside you looking at salad dressing, and you just turn to them and say, hi, want to be friends? Could you imagine? So I was like, I feel like it's not that I was missing anything, really. I'm 43. I know, I've aged myself. I'm 43. And my whole life, I've never had an abundance of friends. I was never popular. I never had a ton of friends. Although, through most of my life, I had what I like to call a ride or die friend. One person who you knew was always there for you, would never judge you. You could call it any time, day or night, and if you said, I need you, they would immediately be there. No questions asked. I've always had one of those. It hasn't been the same person throughout my life, but when I was 5, one little girl lived down the street. We were best friends till grade 2. Then a new girl came and she became her best friend. And then I didn't really have anyone until grade 6. And then I had the same best friend from grade 6 until I was 32. And then after that, she went her way, I went mine. And then I kind of had one friend, and that was it. And I didn't really feel like I was missing anything, but I was like, I wanted at least one ride or die, right? Because those are the friends you want. And I was like, I gotta do this. So where do you make friends? As a 40-something-year-old, where do you make friends? How do you make friends? I don't work outside of the house, so I don't have that social circle of work where you meet people. So I was like, what do I do? So I didn't know where I fit in. I've in the past, I've like, oh, maybe I'll do a book club. Maybe I'll meet someone at a book club. Nope. Like, oh, maybe I'll do this type of class. Maybe I'll meet someone through kickboxing. Nope. Like I tried different things and it just, I don't know. But I came across the Curvy Club. And that's what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the Curvy Club. Now, the Curvy Club, I apologize. I don't know how long they've been around for. They've been around for a few years at least. I want to say at least 5 years. Sorry if I'm wrong. But the Curvy Club was created by one person who lives here in the same city I do. And basically, it is a all-inclusive group. Mostly women. Now, we're not opposed to men being in the group, but it's primarily women. And for the most part, they're curvy. Okay? They're not all curvy. Some of them are, very much on the smaller side. Some are very much on the larger side. Lots of in-betweens. All different ages, all different cultures, all different nationalities. Like, it's just an all-inclusive group. And it was kind of created by the founder because she was a curvy girl. And she kind of wanted to share, like, where, especially in the city we live in, where do curvy girls buy their clothes? Where do curvy girls go for a massage or tanning or, that kind of thing? Because as a larger person, sometimes places can't accommodate larger people. So it comes down to your comfort level and how the professionals treat you as a person who may be in a larger body. Or, like, where do people in larger bodies go to exercise? Or where do you go for yoga? Or, that kind of thing. And that's kind of how it started. Now, I consider myself a curvy girl. I used to be a lot larger than I currently am. But I was kind of in that in between. I wasn't really big. I wasn't really little. I'm in the middle. And I had, I'll say it, I had been stalking the group for a while. I was watching them like on Facebook and I was kind of following their posts and all that kind of stuff. And they just seemed really welcoming. And I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to do this. Now, one nice thing about this group is every month they have events. And you can go to these events and just go and do whatever the activity is and meet people. And I'm an introvert. I was going to say extrovert. No, I'm an introvert. Typically, I don't like people. I have very high standards. I'm very particular. I'm not a hard person to get along with. I'm very easy to get along with. I'm very easy to talk to. But I'm an introverted Libra. And I have so much capacity for being social. And once I've used that up, I'm done. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really sure if I was going to fit in, how I was going to fit in. I have a lot of anxiety around meeting people. I hate public speaking. I hate talking about myself. A lot of anxiety around that. And that all comes from childhood. That's another story. But I didn't know. I was scared to go to an event by myself. I was scared. I was terrified. I don't know these people, and a lot of times too, when they have the events, it just didn't fit with my schedule. Either my husband was out of town for work or we had other things going on and I just couldn't make the timing work. And they do so many things. Like sometimes they do kickboxing, sometimes they do yoga, sometimes they do paint nights, shopping nights, salon nights, coffees, they do all different kinds of things. And I just couldn't find anything that would work with my schedule. And then, and I've talked about this, they had posted the very first time they've ever done it. They've never done anything this large before. And it was, go to Mexico. Go to Mexico for a week. And I'm like, I like Mexico. I like vacations. I don't know these people. And I'm like, I was considering going to Mexico. And I'm like, am I crazy? I don't know. I hadn't met any of them yet. None. I hadn't been to a single event. I hadn't met any of them in person. I honestly hadn't really talked on the platforms at all. I was just silently watching. And I was debating on going to Mexico. What kind of crazy person does that? And I talked to my husband about it. And because I'm trying to get outside my box, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, I'm trying to meet new people. And my husband was like, you should go. And I'm like, I've never met these people. And he's like, you should go. And I'm like, so I was flip-flopping. I couldn't decide. And this is the first time they'd done a trip like this, like a big event like this. And I don't think even they understood how popular this was going to be. So they post a link and you go and you purchase a ticket. And there was only so many tickets available for the Mexico trip. I think it was like 20 spots. Now, primarily this group is in Saskatoon, but there are members from all over. And there's like thousands of members. And there's like 20 tickets to Mexico. And it sold out in like 5 minutes. So from the time the link went live, in 5 minutes it was sold out. And it was in that 5 minutes that I was wrestling with myself. Do I want to? Do I not? Do I want to? Do I not? And it sold out. And at the moment it sold out, I immediately was disappointed and sad that I didn't get a ticket. So that told me, okay, I did really want to go. But it sold out. Now, lucky for me, getting the ticket did not mean the end of everything, because you had 24 hours once you got that ticket to send a non-refundable deposit to actually hold your spot. And lucky for me, not everyone did that. So the next day, there were some tickets released, and I managed to get one. And my very first event that I booked with the Curvy Club was to go to Mexico. So who's that crazy? I'm that crazy. I did that. And I was terrified the whole way up. We had like a year before Mexico. And I was like, maybe it wasn't even a year. And I'm like, I've never met these people. So then I booked this trip in November with them. I think it was November. December, they had a Christmas party. And I was like, well, I should go and meet these people. So I went to the Christmas party. It was at the founder's home. And I met her and I met some other people. And it was funny because she's like, oh, you're the crazy girl who's never been to an event but is going to Mexico with us. I'm like, yep, that's me. So, yeah. I don't do anything small, guys. If I'm going to do something, it's going to be big, and people are going to notice, and people noticed. So I had only been to a few events before Mexico. I'm like, worst case scenario, I'm in Mexico. It's an all-inclusive resort. I've been to Mexico before. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll get a couple drinks. I can just be by myself on the beach if it turns out that I don't get along with these people, or they don't like me, or they don't welcome me into their group. I don't know. I didn't know what to experience, but it turned out great. It turned out great. I met some great people. There was 23 of us who went to Mexico together. It was just a wonderful experience, and I'm happy I did it. Now, they're posting every month events. Unfortunately, I can't make it work with my schedule. There's very few events I've been to. With that said, one of the girls I went to Mexico with, she just had a birthday. And guess what? I got an invitation to her birthday. Now, I know that may seem trivial, to some of you, like, ooh, you got invited to a birthday. Okay. You don't understand. I don't have friends. So when you have no friends, you never get invited to birthdays. You never get invited out. It just doesn't happen. Now I shouldn't say that. I have one friend. I have one, and I do get invited to her birthday, but just the one. So to be invited to someone's birthday, and the only time I've spent with this person was in Mexico. We got along really well. She's great. Love her. But it was like, wow, if I had never made that leap, if I had never taken that step to buy a ticket to Mexico. Now it doesn't have to be that big. I could have just went to an event, but I mean, I was in Mexico for 7 days with 23 women. We did bond, right? So to be invited to a birthday meant a lot to me. It really did. And it sounds like these trips, because the first one went so well and there was so many people interested, it sounds like this is going to be an annual thing. It sounds like it's going to be an annual thing. And there is a trip booked for next year already. They have announced that the Curvy Club is going to the Dominican. I have never been to the Dominican, but I'm going. I had such a great time in Mexico. I'm going again. So I will be going to the Dominican with the Curvy Club in January of 2025. I'm very excited. There's 20 spots available again. Out of the 20 spots, I believe about 10 of them are from people like me who went to Mexico. So 10 people going to the Dominican, I've already been in Mexico with. And then there's going to be about 10 new people. So that's kind of exciting. And I'm excited about it. So this is kind of just a reminder that if you just take that leap of faith, and I'm not saying it's going to work out every time. It's not. It's not going to work out every time. I had a great time in Mexico. Maybe my time in the Dominican will be different. I don't know. It's really, honestly, you don't know what you're getting. When you go on vacation with 20 women, especially ones you've never met before, and they're all different ages and all different cultures and all different personalities, sometimes there's drama, right? And you can't get away from that. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's not going to be so good. I don't know. So it's an adventure and one that I'm very excited to take. So I'm very happy that I pushed myself. My husband supported my decision to go to Mexico. I'm going to the Dominican again with them. I'm sure the year after, wherever they're going, I'll be there as well. And I might just be that girl that can't make it out to normal monthly Curvy Club events, but every year you'll see me on a beach somewhere with the Curvy Club. And that may just be what I do. Instead of going to events every month, you may just find me once a year. And that's okay. But I wanted to share with you this. I haven't opened it yet. The Curvy Club does sell merchandise. They've got t-shirts. They've got, I don't even know, stickers, hats. They got things. They got things, you guys. And I wasn't going to buy anything. Like, I did get a t-shirt when we went to Mexico, and I'm sure the Dominican, there'll be another t-shirt. But she was selling tumblers. Now, if you know anything about me, I enjoy Starbucks. I enjoy it a lot. She was selling tumblers that look like Starbucks tumblers, but it's Curvy Club. And you could pick your color, and you could get your name on it if you wanted, and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'll get one of those. So I did buy one. I haven't opened it yet. It's been sitting on my table for like a week. So let's open it and have a look at it. I hope it's right. I'm sure it is. Let's just see. I think I got like pink sparkle or something because, you know, I like pink. Ooh, it's cute. Okay. Yes. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is it, you guys. Curvy Club, pink sparkle. I did get my name put on it. Melissa. I love it. This is an actual Starbucks cup. I have one of these in my cabinet. Obviously not with the Curvy Club. It's just like this green one with the marks. I use it like almost every day when I make coffee here at home. I'm glad I have a second one. Now, obviously, I mean, I paid $25 plus tax for this cup, okay? I could have got it cheaper if I had done it myself. I don't have a Cricut. If you have a Cricut or whatever you call it to put the decal on, because that's all it is. It's just the cup. Okay, it's just the cup and the straw, which I think you can buy for maybe $5 at any Starbucks. And then you just need like the material and you have a Cricut and then you put it on and the name and you put it on, like simple. Like the materials alone probably would have been $5. I probably could have made this for $10, but that's fine. You know, I'm sure the proceeds go to the Curvy Club for events, for blah, blah, blahs, all that kind of thing. It's all good. But I love these cups. I love it. And they had different designs that you could choose from. You could choose your color. You also could choose if you wanted your name or not have your name on there. But I think, is this, yeah, so this is the same size. So this is a venti size. That's what I have here is a venti. I love these cups and I'm so glad. I was going to get a second cup anyway. So I'm like, I might as well get a Curvy Club cup and represent, right? Curvy Club, like I said, primarily in Saskatoon. We do have a few ambassadors in Prince Albert now. I know the founder is desperately looking for ambassadors in Regina. She did try to do events in Regina in the past. Unfortunately, due to lack of participation, she had to close down that chapter because there was just not enough people going to things and there wasn't anyone living in Regina that was willing to host events and kind of get the community going. I know she's actively looking for ambassadors in Regina. So if you're in Regina and you want to be part of this club and you also like to be social and meet people and you want a role as an ambassador, I believe you can still fill out an application form online. Just Curvy Club, look it up. But you do get a few perks as an ambassador. You know, you get to attend some events either free or at a discount. You get a discount, I think, on merch. You get a few perks as well. So check into it if you're in Regina and you want to be part of this awesome club. And when I say awesome club, I mean it is awesome, you guys. It's just a great time with great people. The company's great. The conversation's great. You get to meet people. And I really, really highly recommend it. I've had a great time so far. And I haven't been to a ton of events because it just doesn't fit with my schedule. But the ones I've been to, I've always had fun. They've always been good. I've met a lot of people that I wouldn't have otherwise. I definitely wouldn't have. So that's it. That's my Wellness Wednesday today. Just push yourself out of your comfort zone, whatever your goal is. For me, it was trying to expand my social circle. That was my goal. I feel like I've accomplished that. I'm still working on that. I'm still trying to get myself out to events and do that kind of stuff. But that's it. So I'm glad I've got my new tumbler. I'm so happy with it. I'm definitely going to be using this right away. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate every single one of you. And it means a lot to me that you're taking time out of your day to listen to me. Because sometimes I do ramble and I know my videos are long. But yeah, this is just something I enjoy doing and I'm glad you guys enjoy watching it. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you then. Bye.